Disruption and uncertainty are weighing heavily on the minds of employers and workers as they think about the future. And they both have implications for companies out to build the workforce of the future. Mercer, the global HR consulting firm, has been taking the pulse of talent trends around the world. And Rhonda Newman is here in our region to share the results. She's market lead for career practice at Mercer. And welcome. Good to see you. Welcome to Pittsburgh.
Thank you, Bill. Glad to be here.
Yeah, you've been taking the pulse, doing this big global survey for a few years now, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
And what are you finding? What's going on out there?
The headline, Bill, is disruption. There is significant disruption going on, and just one interesting statistic right off the bat is we asked executives last year, how much disruption do you see in the workforce? 26% said significant disruption. That number in 2019 this year jumped to 73%.
They went from 1/4 concerned about disruption a year ago to
Absolutely.
3/4 of the employers now being concerned.
Very much so. It was a really startling finding. And it's things like competitive threats, customer expectations. Technology is a big one that's got all kinds of organizations across multiple industries really rethinking business and the workforce that they're going to need to deliver on business results.
So if employers are concerned about all of this must really lead to a lot of angst among their employees. Is that in the survey too?
Absolutely. The survey talked to executives, employees, and HR. There's 3 distinct audiences in that survey. So employees' number one concern, uncertainty. So it's a kind of direct correlation back to the amount of disruption. They're worried about their jobs. They're worried about career paths. Where do they take their jobs with the onslaught of automation? And it's really causing organizations to think about how they, grapple with that dichotomy of uncertainty and disruption at the same time.
Well, I know I was looking at it sector by sector, and I noticed that of the sectors that were most concerned about disruption, I think consumer products was one of them. The other one was life sciences, and given the strength of healthcare and life sciences in our region, that's a really important data point. What's going on there? The same dynamics?
Yeah, I think it is, and it's also what the findings show. Automation and AI is really impacting. So if you think about consumer goods and how they run their business, they're significantly impacted by more technology advancements, more jobs being replaced by automation. And so thinking about, and same thing with life sciences, if you think about the healthcare world, that's become a reality, the role that automation plays in their world, and how they're going to move people, upskill people, move people to new jobs, because there's a lot of new jobs being created at the same time. It's not all bad news. The World Economic Forum said 58 million new jobs will be created between now and the year 2022. So there's lots of opportunity, but organizations are grappling with trying to make sure people have the skill sets they need, and employees are asking for that. How do I move my career in a different direction if my job is going away? What's the next wave of my job?
Well, that was my question. I mentioned that HR people are a part of the survey as well. Yeah, what do you have to be doing as an employer, as an HR professional, to navigate through this really uncertain time?
Yeah, great question, Bill. There's really 4 key findings that came out that said here's what needs to happen. First one being aligning work to future value. Organizations, and HR in particular, are really having to drill down and look at jobs, not just what the job is, but what is the job doing, and breaking it down into its task and figuring out, will that job exist tomorrow? Are there pieces of that can go to a contingent workforce that can be handled by automation? But really aligning jobs to value and thinking about that. And the C-suite is expecting that, and HR is expected to keep up with that. So that's number one. The second one is building brand resonance. HR has really become the custodian of the brand, and that means that figuring out how you not just attract and retain, it's really moving to attract and attract again and continually attract. So really building brand resonance. Curating a work environment is the third key trend we're seeing. Simplify. It's not about adding a lot of new plans, new programs, new things to the offerings to the workforce. It's about simplifying what you have. Okay. And that's a challenge for organizations. Maybe simplifying through technology, but also simplifying talent processes like mobility, career pathing. All of those things are really, really important. And the last trend is around delivering talent-led change. Don't forget about the people. people. Make sure people are in the forefront of what you're doing as an organization to change, and HR, really owns that responsibility, and the C-suite is expecting them to keep up with that.
Wow, lots to think about, lots more online. I know people can find it, I would assume, at the Mercer website.
Absolutely.
You can download the entire report?
Absolutely.
All right, well worth the read. Rhonda Newman from Mercer, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Bill.
Yeah. Next up, the state of commercial real estate in our region, and it's a good one. Please stay with us.